The largest satellite-guided air-delivered weapon designed for use against large area targets, deeply buried targets, or targets in tunnels or caves. GPS guided with fins and inertial gyro for pitch and roll. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yes, I'm talking about GBU 43 by B, Massive Ordnance Air Blast, nicknamed the mother of all bombs. Yes, MOAB is the largest satellite guided air delivered weapon ever employed. It is designed for use against large area targets, deeply buried targets, or targets in tunnels or caves. The conventional HE bomb is GPS guided with fins and inertial gyro for pitch and roll. It was developed by the Air Force Research Laboratory Munition Directorate at Eglin in only 9 weeks to be available for the 2003 Iraq campaign. The mother of all bombs, the GBU 43 by B Massive Air Blast, is the most powerful non-nuclear weapon in America's arsenal, and it was used for the first time in combat on April 13 in Afghanistan against the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. If you never heard of this bomb, you are likely not alone. To help you get educated about it, I'll give you some of the facts you must know. First of all, when and why was it created? According to Global Security org, it is the largest ever satellite guided air delivered weapon in history, made to replace the unguided 15,000 pound BLU 82 Daisy Cutter that was used in Vietnam and early on in Afghanistan. The MOAB was developed in only 9 weeks, as I told you, in 2003 to be available for Operation Iraqi Freedom. What are the specifications of this? It is relatively thin aluminium casing designed to burst on a surface, not penetrate it. That creates a large blast with lesser fragmentation. It's a smart bomb with GPS guided munition. It's not stabilizing fins and inertial gyro for pitch and roll control. It weighs 21,000 pounds. The MOAB delivers an 18,700 pound warhead known as the BLU 120 by B, which is made of H6, a mixture of cyclotrimethylene, trinitramine, TNT and aluminium. It actually weighs around 21,000 pound, rather 21,600 IBS, carrying 18,700 IBS of highly explosive H6. It is dropped from the rear of a C-130 transport aircraft. It uses a parachute for stabilizing and guidance. It is designed to clear large areas such as bunker networks by creating massive atmospheric pressure. The US Air Force used the MOB in combat for the first time, as I told you, on April 13, 2017, targeting an ISIS tunnel complex in the Achin district of Afghanistan. How does the MOB reach its target? The MOAB was loaded into a C-130 Hercules, where it sat in a cradle on an airdrop platform until the whole platform was pulled off the plane at a high altitude by a drag parachute, which is used to slow it down. Once in the air, the weapon was quickly released from the platform to keep up its forward momentum. The grid fins then open to stabilize it and guide it to its target. It's got competition. According to Global Security, on September 11, 2007, the Russian military announced it had tested the father of all bombs, the world's most powerful non-nuclear air-delivered munition. The Russians said it's 4 times more powerful than the MOAB. After all, it is father of all bombs. Even though it is technically has fewer explosives in it, 7.8 tons compared to the MOAB's 8 tons. The FOAB is said to use more efficient explosives, yielding the equivalent of 44 tons of TNT with a blast radius of 300 meters, double that of the MOAB. Why is the MOAB green? According to Robert Hammack, the Air Force Research Lab chief behind the bomb's creation, it's pretty simple. They were in a hurry. Since we were in such a rush to get the weapon into our inventory to send over to aid the war effort, resources were limited. The weekend the MOAB arrived, the only color available in the amount we needed was John Deere green, he said. Now, the idea behind an air-burst weapon as opposed to a weapon that explodes on impact with the ground is to increase its destructive range. A bomb that penetrates the ground and then bursts tends to send all of its energy either down into the ground or straight up into the air. An air-burst weapon sends a great deal of its energy out to the side. The MOAB will replace the BLU-82, also known as the Daisy Cutter, a 15,000 pound, somewhere around 6,800 kilogram, air-burst bomb developed during the Vietnam War. The Air Force could drop a Daisy Cutter to create an instant helicopter landing site. The explosive force would clear out trees in a 500-foot diameter circle. But the MOAB is not the largest bomb ever created. In the 1950s, the United States manufactured the T-12, a 43,600 pound, somewhere around 19,800 kilogram bomb that could be dropped from the B-36. Compared to a nuclear bomb, the MOAB produces a tiny explosion. The smallest known nuclear bomb, the Davy Crockett fission bomb, has a 10-ton yield. The difference is that a nuclear bomb that small weighs less than 100 pounds, somewhere around 45 kg, and produces significant amounts of lethal radiation when it detonates. For comparison, the nuclear bomb dropped on Hiroshima had a yield of 14,500 tons of TNT and weighed only 10,000 pounds, half the weight of MOAB. Now, the delivery, instead of being dropped from a bomber through a bomb bay doors, the MOAB is pushed out of the back of a cargo plane such as the C-130. The bomb rides on a pallet. A parachute pulls the pallet and bomb out of the plane, and then the pallet separates so that the bomb can fall. Once the bomb is filing, a guidance system based on the global positioning system takes over and directs the bomb to its target. The Air Force workers prepare the MOAB for testing. A GPS receiver uses the flaps shown to change the direction of the bomb as it falls. Smart bombs like this can hit their target very accurately. The MOAB is built by Dynetics and contains approximately 18,000 pounds of tritonal. Tritonal is a mixture of TNT 80% and aluminium powder 20%. The aluminium improves the brisance of the TNT, the speed at which explosive develops its maximum pressure. The addition of aluminium makes tritonal about 18% more powerful than TNT alone. A daisy cutter, by comparison, contains 12,600 pounds, that is somewhere around 5,700 kg, of aluminium nitrate, aluminium and polystyrene, a combination known as GSX, gelled slurry explosives. GSX is commonly used in mining and is commercial high explosive that is inexpensive and easy to produce. TNT is a military high explosive. Even during Iran, US and Israel war, the US Air Force aircraft, as reports suggest, hit underground installations near the city of Quds using the GBU-43B massive ordnance air blast bomb, also called the mother of all bombs. The purported strike allegedly targeted an underground missile storage complex, which is believed to be associated with Iran's military infrastructure. The claims have circulated through regional media and social media channels. Although American officials have not issued any public confirmation of such a strike, independent verifications of the exact weapon used or the precise location of the target is limited. If you like the video, please like, share, comment, and don't forget to hype. Thank you.